Municipality in KwaZulu-Natal held the Albinism Society awareness walk to condemn the abuse, victimisation, killing and discrimination levelled against our fellow brothers and sisters living with albinism. To discuss this, we are now joined on the line by Sipho Mkhize from the KwaDukuza Municipality. Sipho, thank you so much for joining us on SABC News. Now, we know that KwaZulu-Natal has made national headlines over the abuse of people living with albinism. How will events such as today's awareness help change this?
Yeah, thanks, Sabine. That decision was clearly based on the fact that any act of abuse, victimization, killing and discrimination committed against any person, this includes people living with albinism, is unlawful. Because society must be reminded, that the definition of a person is a human being regarded as an individual. There is no pigmentation associated with that. Over and above this, the basis was that as a community of KwaDukuza, we are sympathetic to the challenges faced by our brothers and sisters living with albinism on a daily basis, especially those that have made them to live under shadows due to fear.
Now, Sipho, we've looked at the awareness programs such as the one you had today. But over and above what you've done today, let's look at other ways and other initiatives that you have in order to empower victims of abuse.
The decision that we have taken as KwaDukuza is that we are 100% behind the struggle of people living with albinism. That be it healthcare services that must be easily available to them as our brothers and sisters, and also the factor of education that makes them inclusive in our society, where we are saying children with albinism must not be put in special needs schools because of the pigmentation problem. However, they must be put in special needs schools because they do have special needs, so that we see the history and the reconciliation that has been done with regards to the racial part that we come from, where a child born before 1994 and was schooling when democracy was received in South Africa has a child who is white, who is Indian, who is colored. So if we take the children with albinism and we put them in special needs schools because of the stigma that has been created around them, we will not have a situation in the future where the society accepts people with albinism, primarily because of insecurities that we have.
Now, Sipho, I'm actually glad you mentioned children and them being taken to special needs school. Let's look at the interventions that you are taking at this point in time as local government. What is the support that you are getting from national government with regards to this?
The starting point, Tabi, was that national government wants to declare this month of September as a month to commemorate people with albinism as well as the struggles they face. Second to that, now when national government makes a clarion call, ours in all spheres of government is to ensure how it disseminates to the ground. Now, national government has made the clarion call. Provincial government has supported it. Kwalanenganele of community liaison was on radio 2 days back, speaking on the same topic of albinism as well as cannibalism. As KwaDukuza Municipality are implementing it on the ground, where we are seeing where the majority problem lies, in that people living with albinism are now in fear to say we are people because they have been stigmatized in a special way. People believe that killing them is normal. People believe that because of whatever makes that exist in their minds, they must victimize people with albinism so that they prosper. And ours is to say society cannot be like that.
Now, just finally, Sipho, traditional healers have been blamed in some instances for perpetuating through muti practices. How are you involving them in your campaigns?
We're fortunate that traditional healers organization, if you follow the cases against the victimization, the abuse, discrimination, and the killing of people with albinism, it's always in some way associated with traditional elements. Now, in our region, we have the traditional healers organization that has said this must not be done in their name. And it is from that basis where we say, if the people that have been associated with this type of practices are saying they are not supporting shenanigans and witch-related practices, then we as the leader of society, which is local government in our context, must then stand up and say we need to accept people living with albinism in our community, because they are normal human beings like me and you, Sabele, that by a woman are living, however, like a person that can be born with cancer, a person that can be born with any other disease, including genetic disorder. People with albinism are born that way. Nothing is different about them. But if we are going to create our own inferior thinking that seeks to promote the killing, the abuse of other individuals, then we are wrong.
Sipho, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us on SABC News. That was Sipho Mkhize from KwaDukuza Municipality talking to us about some initiatives that the municipality has put in place to curb the victimization of people living with albinism.